All right, so we're going to take what we did yesterday and use it with word problems now. So, I'm not going to write out the whole word problem. I'm going to read the word problem, and then we'll, just write out what each letter thing is from it. So, number 22. If Joelle invests $8,000 into a retirement account with 9% interest rate compounded monthly, how long will it take until the single payment has grown in her account to $16,000? So, we are told that she initially invests $8,000, so that's P, it's the principal amount. There's a 9% interest rate, so R would be equal to 0.09. It's compounded monthly, so how many times is it being compounded per year?
12.
So K is equal to 12. And then we're told at the end that we want to know how long it takes until her account has grown to $16,000, so that would be A. So A is going to be $16,000. So then we're solving for T because we want to know how long. So we're using the formula A is equal to P times 1 plus R over K raised to the KT. So we can plug everything in. So 16,000 equals 8,000 times 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12 raised to the 12t. So suggestions on how to go about solving this.
Maybe you can divide the 8,000.
Divide by 8,000 first, so that's going to give me 2 is equal to 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12 raised to the 12t. Now I'm going to move the equal to 2 to the other side because now what?
Log.
Make it a log.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
So it'll be log base 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12 of 2 is equal to 12t. So then whatever you get for that will be divided by 12. And that'll be t.
How do you even plug that in?
Just when you do the log base in the little base box, you can just literally type that in. It'll do it. I would just use the parentheses around the 0.09 divided by 12 if you didn't already divide that.
So the 0.09 and then close the parentheses, then divide, and then close, or is
No,
the
do
whole
like
thing?
0.09 divided by 12 in a parentheses, and then the plus 1. Or 1 plus the parentheses.
So can you find the top and then push enter and then divide that by 12?
Yeah. I just don't want to write it all again. That's why I just
Okay.
went ahead and did it that way.
Just make sure.
What do we get for T?
7.7.
We'll call it 7.7 years. Now your book is going to convert this into so many years and so many months, but I'm okay with you just leaving it. Any questions about that one? Good. Okay.
So depending on what the variable is, will we go out like 1 to 1 decimal place or 2?
It kind of just depends. I just did one because it's, I don't know, I just felt like it. But obviously with like the money, if you're solving for money, it's got to have 2. If it's like solving for a percent, then obviously you need to go out as many decimal places as will make it like an actual percent. So. All right, 28 says, the president of a bank has $18 million in his bank investments portfolio that he wants to grow to $25 million in 8 years. What interest rate compounded annually does he need for this investment? So he starts out with 18 million. He wants to end up with 25 million, so that's A. He says he wants to grow it in 8 years, so that would be N. And he wants to know what interest rate compounded annually, so that just means it's getting compounded once per year, so we can use the simpler formula. Doesn't need to be, so we're solving for R, meaning our answer needs to be a percent when we actually write it. So for this one, we need A is equal to P times 1 plus R raised to the N. So then just plug it in. 25 million is equal to 18 million times 1 plus R raised to the 8. How would I solve this? So that's going to give me basically 25 over 18 because all the zeros are going to cancel, but somebody can figure out what that's actually equal to.
1.39.
Okay. 1 point. Why did I just change colors? Who knows? So 1.39 is equal to 1 plus R raised to the 8. Now what? I'm making this more complicated than it needs to be. If this was raised to the 2, what would you do? Like instead of the 8?
Square it.
Take the square root of it. So if I have it raised to the 8th, I'm going to take the 8th root of it. So it's going to be the 8th root of 1.39 is equal to 1 plus R. Okay, your calculator can do the 8th root. If you go under math, there's a button. I can't remember exactly what it says, but under math, it says something like nth root or x root, something like that. And you'd have to type it in, what root you want. And then once you get that answer, you need to subtract 1.
Answer has to be in percent, right?
Well, I want the decimal first, but yes.
0.042.
So then as a percent, that would be 4.2%.
Interesting.
So I just went to the 4. Do you want to?
That's fine. Unless I specify, it doesn't matter. But sometimes you'll get one that's like 0.5%, and people will just be like 0.00. It's like, no, it's. So, like, go out till there's at least one number. All right. I'm going to do a harder one. Something that'll actually be realistic to your future.
Oh, I don't like.
Hopefully.
Well,
I feel like.
hopefully you buy a house at some point in
That'd be
time.
good, yes, that'd be probably great.
Hold on,
Let
all the way to
somebody else buy
54.
my
Yeah, I
house.
would like to buy a house.
Yeah, that's what I'm below.
Yes, yeah, really.
I live on the streets.
Isn't that your dream to be homeless, Christian?
Yeah.
All right. 54.
That's a good goal.
What are they gonna do? Storm my house when I do things?
You don't have to pay taxes.
Roberta obtains a 25-year, $100,000 house loan. I don't
What
know.
an awful name.
The names are I don't know.
Who's even?
With an APR of 9.25% from NBD Bank. Why? I don't know. What is her monthly payment?
Like, I don't know. Roberta, you tell me. Like, I don't know.
So the present value is $100,000.
What's Roberta do? Roberta do like a
Multi-millionaire.
Well, if they're only getting a $100,000 loan for a house, either they've got a really cheap house or they had a lot of money to put a down payment on one. So the rate was 9.25% or 0.0925. It's a 25-year loan, so T is equal to 25, not 12. Hello. Then it's a monthly payment, so K is equal to 12.
We have to find out how much she's paying a month.
Yeah. So we're solving for big R.
Big R.
Say it like that.
So we're using the formula PV equals big R times 1 minus 1 plus I raised to the negative n divided by I.
I don't like this
I don't
one.
like this one.
I is equal to R divided by K, and n is equal to K times T.
Like, why couldn't they just do that then? Like, make it 1 plus R over K instead of just, like, make it I.
Wait, so how do
Why
you?
do they have to make it complicated like that?
Well, I think they tried to.
I think it'd be easier if I actually was looking at the problem, because what I was gonna ask you is how do you know like which values go with like the like which numerical values go with the letters?
Well, because it's what it says in the problem. It's how it describes
Okay.
them. So, like,
So
it
how
said
would it be easier if I was actually
a 25-year, $100,000 house loan with an APR, so it's an annual percentage rate of 9.25% from the bank. What is the monthly payment?
Yes.
Right, yeah. Yes. That is the answer.
So we have 100,000 is equal to R times 1 minus parentheses 1 plus 0.0925 divided by 12 raised to the negative 12 times 25 divided by 0.0925 divided by 12.
So, like, are we just.
Well, we're gonna solve the problem. So, yes, ultimately.
I didn't know if we were doing it right now.
Oh, well, what I would do first, personally, is figure out what this is equal to and then multiply it over here to not have a fraction anymore.
That would be nice.
I got over 4 again.
Not the O.
Okay, so that means there's nothing on the bottom now. Oh wait, where's this?
Well, whatever this is, you have to multiply it over here.
Yeah.
So what did you get when you did that?
770. Because yeah.
That's 770.
So what was this decimal?
I did it differently because I rounded around that way.
Was it 0.0077?
0.0077.
Okay. Raised to the negative, what is that, like 300?
Yes.
Okay. So then I would solve this in here, like by pieces. So I would do the 1 plus that, raise it to the negative 300,
Okay.
and then do 1 minus that second answer, and then we'll divide the 770 by that.
Put in too many zeros. That's what
It keeps saying overflow. Okay. What does that even mean? I don't know. That's a good question.
I've literally never seen a calculator do that until yours.
It's really done it like 3 times.
Like, I don't understand.
But like in the past 2 days. Has it said that before? Just when we're doing this.
Yep.
Wait, so then what do? We're solving for that.
We're solving for R. So basically, what's ultimately happening is you're going to have 770 divided by
Whatever.
1 minus parentheses 1 plus point, or well, here, I'm just going to do this, 1.0077 raised to the negative 300.
I'm so done. The rest
Okay.
about one thing. I'm just gonna go with whatever's on the board.
This is fast for me. For Rosie.
Oh, I love that chapstick. I get it in the little like jelly.
Yeah, the little like.
It's like this big.
Yeah, the little.
Yeah. It's my favorite, but I haven't like found it anymore.
Tori has like a huge jug of whatever the not a jug, but like the container of Vaseline. She carries around.
Oh, interesting.
It's yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone
Oh,
carry around
I got an answer.
What'd you get?
I got 950. It's dollars, right? $950.62. That's what I got.
I got $855.
Might be wrong because I got around a lot.
I also got 855. 69 cents.
Okay, that's right. But if you, what did you round?
I rounded the well, I had to round when it was like 1 minus the answer, and then I had to round the
But I mean, you typed it in like this, or like,
Mhm.
then it probably did just do it as a rounding thing. So that's fine. That's another important reason to have like all your work shown out, because I can see like, okay, you probably rounded, and then that's why your answer is different, but it technically is. Nope. Wait. Well, okay. It depends on where you round. That's what I got when I did it, but the book gets 856.39.
A lot.
But
That one's, I got one. Oh, I got $856.38.
I got the first
it just depends on where you round, I think. So.
I hate rounding. It gets.
Because if you like don't round anything, I think this is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
But if you round stuff, you get this. But if you round in different ways, then you can get other answers.
If I It was originally 0.899 and then something, and so I rounded the 9 to then the 1, and then that made the 950. But if I put 770 divided by 0.0899, it made the 850. So no,
I don't round because I just put it all in at once. Just gives me my answer.
Alright, did I actually give y'all problems yesterday?
yes.
Okay, so I just need to add the word problems. So then 21, 27, and 51.